Hey guys, welcome back to Fun Fiero. Today is going to be a really fun video, and we are super excited to share this with you guys. We were actually tagged for our first time.
What?
Yep, we got tagged for our first time with 15 fall questions. We were tagged by Not Bad Parents, which is an awesome channel. You guys got to definitely check them out. But since we were tagged, we are so excited to share our answers with you guys as we go through the 15 fall questions.
So welcome back. I'm Liz Fiero.
I'm Andy Fiero.
I'm Morgan Fiero.
And that's Minnie Mouse. If you can see her.
Well, welcome back to Fun Fiero. Our channel is about all things Disney and our love of Disney and our love of sharing Disney together as a family. And we're super excited to be doing these 15 fall questions because they're pretty neat.
Yeah, they're really neat, actually. And, a couple of them I had to think about. So I can't wait to share those with you. But also, Morgan is sitting down today. She is exhausted, but has agreed to do this video with us because definitely she has some really cool answers. But she just got done with progress checking for her third degree black belt.
She's
in
currently
karate.
a second degree black belt.
She's currently a second degree black belt,
It'll
but she
be a
has
couple
to
years till she actually tests for a third
several
degree.
years, yeah,
Several years.
3 years.
3 years, yeah.
Before she'll make it to third degree, but she is still progress checking, and it was a heck of a test.
So it's 4 hours on a Friday night. It's 4 hours in the middle of the day, Saturday. So yeah, she's a little bit exhausted. Gut busters, forms, 100 perfect push-ups, the works.
And she barely has enough strength to smile, but
She's still here.
She's doing it, guys. So, but without further ado, we're just going to hop right into the questions, and let's see how it goes. So the first one is, what is your favorite Halloween movie? For me, I've got to say that it's The Addams Family.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Morgan?
Mine is probably Girl versus Monster. I always love that.
That's a good one too. Well, mine, I have two.
Oh.
I know, right? I've got Hocus Pocus because that's what I grew up watching as a Halloween movie. But from Morgan being little, I love Halloween Town and how she always loved Halloween Town.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. You get to ask the second question.
Okay, then if you had to choose between apple pie and pumpkin pie, what would you choose?
I love apple pie anytime, all the time. However, on Thanksgiving, I eat pumpkin pie. So there you go. But my favorite is apple.
What about you, Morgan?
It's apple pie because I don't really like much things pumpkin. So
For me, let's face it, it's a crustless pumpkin pie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Can't have that gluten crust.
Definitely has to be gluten free. So you get all the filling. That's like the best part anyways.
The best part with the whipped cream on top.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, what's the third question?
The third question is, which would you rather go to? A Halloween party or a haunted house?
I'm gonna say haunted house. I would rather go to a haunted house than a Halloween party.
Okay.
I do like to, try to get scared. I also like to see, how cheesy a haunted house can be sometimes. So it's always kind of cool.
Nice. What about you, Morgan?
So it would kind of depend for me because I'm not a social person and I don't like being around big groups of people. So if it was a small group of people, I would probably choose the Halloween party. But on a regular basis, I'd probably choose the haunted house.
Cool.
And for me, haunted houses are a little bit iffy. Ever since the Lions Club haunted house with the chainsaw dude that I punched out, because that fight or flight comes in and I'm fighting. So I'm just going to have to say Halloween party. Let's enjoy Halloween.
Yay! This is way better.
Way better.
All right, so question number 4, store-bought pumpkin or pumpkin patch pumpkin? I'm going to say store-bought pumpkin because I can get it while I'm at the store anyways. And they are typically less expensive.
That is true.
So
Probably store-bought pumpkin because it's easier.
Store-bought pumpkin, because we only took Morgan to one pumpkin patch and she didn't like it, so we never went back.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what's the
She didn't
second?
like the
Or
scarecrow.
what's the question number 5? Now we're on.
Okay, what is your favorite fall scent?
Pumpkin spice. Yeah, that whole, I don't know, it just says fall, like, to me.
Pumpkin spice for me too.
Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up for me between pumpkin spice or apple cider.
Ooh,
Both great
the
scents.
scents?
Yeah, the
Okay.
scents. I love it.
A little
So
bit of cinnamon and
yeah, that
okay.
cinnamon, that apple, but then the pumpkin spice makes me want a pumpkin spice latte. So yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, not a good answer.
All right. And the next one.
Next one.
Question number 7, right? Or 6.
Yeah,
Question
number 6. Dad's off. That's
All right.
off
And
kilter.
there's only 3 of us. I should definitely get that right.
Alrighty. So, favorite fall drink.
Well, I like scotch, so anytime for that, but in the fall. But I would say my favorite fall drink would be, oh, dang. I love hot apple cider.
That's true.
I do. A close second to that would be pumpkin spice coffee. Not a latte, not with all the sugar in there, but the pumpkin flavored coffee. But I think my favorite fall drink would be hot apple cider. Yeah.
All right. What about you, Morgan?
Mine is also hot apple cider, mainly because I just don't like pumpkin lattes or pumpkin coffee.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair enough. My favorite fall drink when I could have gluten was the Bailey's pumpkin spice Bailey's and coffee.
Oh,
But since I can't do that anymore, my favorite, I'm gonna have to shout out to like Green Mountain pumpkin spice coffee because it's gluten free. I don't have to worry about the artificial flavors in it or anything like that, and it's great my coffee.
And just a quick note on that. That's exactly how she starts every weekend off. Because you don't drink coffee during the week.
I don't Monday through Fridays. Coffee, I have the perfect cup of coffee on the weekends every morning, and it's my way of saying, hey, weekend, I'm here.
And she likes to do the pumpkin spice coffee
So good.
pretty much any time of the year.
Yeah, pretty much. That's true.
All right, so question number 7. Do you favor Halloween or Thanksgiving? And I'm going to totally say I favor Thanksgiving. I love all the food. I love all of the friends and family gathering. You can do it during the day. Doesn't all have to be at night. And our dogs don't go crazy on Thanksgiving, with people knocking on the door. So there you
Very true. What about you, Morgan?
Mine is also going to be Thanksgiving because of all the food.
And mine used to be Halloween when Morgan was younger, and we did the costumes and took her out trick-or-treating, and that was all fun. But
That was fun.
Thanksgiving is really that family time, and I love to cook, and I love to cook Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm happy that Morgan likes the food, so I'm going to have to come down on that side of Thanksgiving.
I love the food too, and I'm so happy that you love to cook. All right, so question number 8.
What is your most loved pumpkin-based food?
Yes, so that's so easy for me, and it is my mother's pumpkin bread recipe that gets made every fall, definitely on Thanksgiving, if not before then as well. It's so good. It's like dessert and dinner food all at the same time. But you can't beat it.
Nice.
My favorite is probably Grandma Becky's pumpkin bread, which is what he was talking about,
Yeah.
because it's like the only pumpkin thing that I like. So.
Cool.
Okay.
And yours?
I'm either going to say a pumpkin pie or the gluten-free version of Grandma Becky's pumpkin bread.
Which
Now that we've gotten it gluten-free, I can have it, and it's awesome.
it's just as good gluten-free.
It is just as good.
It is just as good. It's so good. All right. So question number 9.
All right, number 9. Sorry, a little bit of a Beatles there moment. All right, so would you rather do a corn maze or a haunted hayride?
So I definitely would not like to do a haunted hayride. That sounds miserable. So I've never been to a corn maze. I would love to do a corn maze at some point.
Good to know.
It is now with this question being asked, it is now a must do that I want to do a corn maze.
Okay,
So-
what about you, Morgan?
Yeah, so I think it was 2 years ago when I was in 8th grade. I went to a corn maze with my church and some friends, and it was a great time. So probably the corn maze.
All right, I too have never been to the corn maze, mainly because of Children of the Corn and all that claustrophobia thing.
Oh my goodness.
However, I've never actually done a haunted hayride either, and I love hayrides though. So I'm gonna say that I'd rather do a haunted hayride, but I'm totally up to going to do a corn maze next year. I can take it.
Cool. You heard it, guys. Right? Corn maze?
Absolutely.
Nice. Okay. So, question number 10. I have to read it. Favorite candy to eat from Halloween? Yeah, I got two.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That's
I
okay.
got two.
Go for it.
Almond Joys and Snickers.
Ah, very good call.
Yeah.
How about you, Morgan?
Mine has gotta be Kit Kats. I mean, I love Kit Kats.
Mhm.
Simple as that.
Okay, that's very good. All right, I think my favorite would have been Snickers, except they're not gluten free. Thanks, Mars. So we're gonna have to go with the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Halloween version because we all know that the special seasonal are always the fresher than the other rest of the candy. So a Halloween pumpkin Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Absolutely. So, guys, if you ever see us coming to your house for Halloween and you like to hand out fruit, don't. Yeah.
No.
All right. So, question number 11.
What is your favorite fall memory as a child?
So, I would have to say, I remember as a kid, I absolutely loved playing in the leaves during the fall. Absolutely. Burying myself with them. But I think one memory the first thing that came to my mind when asked what is my favorite fall memory, and that is with making the pumpkin bread, Grandma Becky's pumpkin bread with my mother. And that was something that we did every single year. That's my favorite fall memory.
Nice.
I don't really have one. To be honest, don't really remember anything. So.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's
So
true.
Why
Morgan
don't
has
you remember?
no
I don't
favorite
remember.
fall memories, so
Apparently, it didn't make a.
she never
stick.
had
It
fun.
didn't stick.
She never had fun at Halloween. I'd say that, man. How about the Halloween when you were 5? We were in Texas.
Ooh.
You dressed up as Aurora in your princess dress, and then we went and trick or treated. You got plenty of candy. You really
If
enjoyed
I can
that
find
one.
a picture of that, I will put it in of her.
We
Absolutely.
totally have a picture on the TV stand.
Okay. Then
Absolutely,
we'll put that
have
in.
I don't remember that.
It was
Ah.
adorable.
It was adorable. All right, my favorite fall memory as a kid. I grew up in Georgia. My father was a deer hunter, and he and like 3 of his best friends and their families and my family, we would all go to a property, deer property is what we called it. So all of us kids would be running around. We'd have a fire. We'd do s'mores. Man, the graham crackers, the chocolate, the marshmallows, that smell of almost frost in the air and the leaves on the trees and falling down and
Can
just
I have your memory?
everything about
Wow.
fall is right there. That's my favorite fall memory.
That's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, question number 12.
Favorite Thanksgiving food?
Ooh. Stuffing. And now that everything's got to be gluten-free for us for Thanksgiving, for the stuffing, gluten-free stuffing, because you use that Canyon Bake Bread for that and you dry it
Yes,
out.
Canyon Bakehouse.
Canyon Bakehouse, yeah.
A Boulder, Colorado company.
Yep.
So big shout out to the local Canyon Bakehouse. Awesome gluten
Or
free
just
stuff,
use your
guys.
favorite gluten-free bread. And I love homemade stuffing. Absolutely. Used to do all the store-bought stuff, and then we started making it homemade for Thanksgiving because we had to go gluten-free. Yeah, stuffing for Thanksgiving is my favorite food, hands down.
Nice.
What is yours?
Mine is the green bean casserole because I just love it. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And it proves that she's my daughter.
Yeah.
All right, so green bean casserole, I would say probably used to be my favorite. It's really hard to get those crispy onions gluten free though. So I'm gonna have to come on down on the side of turkey with gravy or dressing with gravy. So the stuffing with the gravy on it, but anything that can come smothered in gravy, I'm good to go there.
True Southern girl.
You betcha.
All right, question number 13. Sweater or scarf? Sweater.
I don't like scarves, so a sweater, for sure.
I don't like scarves or sweaters, so I might have to say a fleece pullover. Sorry, hidden answer right there, man. Bam.
Number 14, wool socks or slippers? I'm going to say fuzzy slippers. Yeah, I have fuzzy Crocs, and I do like to wear those in the wintertime. They're nice and
Very
comfy.
good.
Mine is also probably slippers because I just don't like the feel of wool socks on my feet.
Having never
Super hot.
owned a pair of wool socks, because those are really super scratchy, folks, I'm also going to have to come down on the side of slippers, but the fuzzy Croc slippers, because you can take the dogs outside in them, and it's awesome.
Well, gosh, so we are on our last question, and what is your favorite fall tradition? And it's easy for me, and that is going back to Grandma Becky's pumpkin bread again. Guys, this stuff is really good, just so you know. But it's making the pumpkin bread as a family. And that is something that Morgan and I now do every Thanksgiving. We make that, and it's super special.
Mine is probably waking up every Thanksgiving morning and watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade as a family.
That's an awesome
Nice.
one.
I do like that one too.
Yep.
Well, mine is going to be that bottle of Rosa Regale, which is an Italian red sparkling wine that you can get in the Italian Pavilion at Epcot, which we did the very first time we ever went to Disney together. So now that's kind of our tradition.
Yep.
But we do start Thanksgiving mornings off with that instead of mimosas, and then I cook all day, and I love the whole family togetherness and the smell that comes out of the kitchen as you're cooking the Thanksgiving meal, and finally being able to just sit down, tuck in, and just gorge ourselves.
And then fall asleep shortly thereafter.
And then tryptophan, fall asleep shortly thereafter. Very true.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed getting to know us a little bit better through the 15 fall questions tag. I know we enjoyed sharing it with you guys. Definitely any time that we can, make this large community a little bit smaller by getting to know each other, it always is super awesome. So thanks for hanging out with us. Now we get to tag someone else, but I would like to tag, I think, a couple of people for sure. And number 1 is going to be Sawyer in the Middle. All right. And number 2 will be The Edge of Main Street.
Ooh, those are good ones.
Absolutely. So anything else? Or
I'd still like to tag Disinfinity. He's just so cute. I'd love to see his answers to that question.
Okay. Well, hey guys, thanks for hanging out with us today. If you got tagged, we'd love to hear all of your answers. So we look forward to your videos coming up. But until next time.
Well, if you didn't get tagged, still leave your comments below.
Oh, yeah.
All right, because we'd like to hear from you guys as well, especially about just everything on the 15 questions.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if there's any of those that you want to share with us, we'd love to know. Again, it just helps us all get to know each other better. And also, if you guys are brand new to our channel, please subscribe. It helps us grow and then make you a part of our Disney family here. Also, give the video a thumbs up if you don't mind. But hey, guys, until next time, get out there, have some fun, and we'll see you on the flip side.